Belize is home to the largest barrier reef in the Western Hemisphere. Coral reefs are notoriously vulnerable to climate change, so Belize has taken the radical step of permanently banning oil exploration in its waters, a move that will protect the reef and its wildlife. Nadia Bood is a marine scientist and a climate change adaptation specialist at the World Wildlife Fund. She joins us now from Belize City. Hi Nadia, thank you so much for joining us. Could you just tell us, why is this reef so valuable?
Oh, our reef or marine environment is very valuable to the country. It's one of the main economic generators for Belize. For example, when a couple of years back we did an economic analysis to look at the economic benefits being provided by our reefs, and it was found to provide them to Belize's economy, including the GDP, up to 500 million per year, and that was in 2009. So currently, it's even more than that. So it's very important, not only from a biodiversity viewpoint, but also from an economic viewpoint as well, and provides so many jobs. Up to 190,000 Belizeans are directly dependent on our reefs.
So I'm guessing you kind of answered why the government was so willing. Now, the name of the bill is a bit complicated. It's the Petroleum Operations Offshore Zone Moratorium 2017 bill, because the thinking is that few governments would agree to foregoing the potential for oil exploration in their waters, regardless of the environmental harm.
Yeah, the thing is, many governments see oil as a way to make significant in economic generation for their country. And so we applaud Belize. It's been a long time coming because we've been asking for this. The public and the conservation community has been asking for this for quite some years. When it came to light that there were petroleum operation licenses issued for different companies. And so when we heard about that in 2010, we got together and we were very vocal in expressing our concerns, for the potential threat this could cause. And so we continued, advocacy and dialoguing directly with the government. We are very pleased to know that we now have this law in place, which pretty much squash any idea of any potential offshore oil exploration within or exploitation within our marine environment. It's an indefinite moratorium. But it's at least a law that is in place that wasn't there before.
And Nadia, finally, climate change is affecting Caribbean waters or ocean waters in the Caribbean and Latin America. What impact do you think this particular law in Belize could have for their neighbors in Latin America and the Caribbean?
We're hoping that other countries will think about following Belize's path. No, this is a bold move for our country. We, of course, Belize is a developing country. We have a struggling economy as well. But the Prime Minister has made this bold move because he realizes, that oil and water pretty much does not mix, and it's not something that would be economically feasible for the long term, no? And it doesn't make any sense for us to put at risk the other services that we are getting from our marine environment for the idea that there could be any potential oil exploration there. For example, tourism is a major economic generator for the country. So we are hoping that our other neighboring countries will follow suit. Mexico is already in line with what we have done, because they have also put a moratorium for their Yucatan coast area. So there's no oil activity that's going to be happening there. So we're hoping that our other neighbors within Central America and the Caribbean will follow suit, and South America, of course.
Yes, thank you so much for chatting with us. So we've been talking to Nadia Bood. She is a marine scientist and the climate change adaptation specialist at the World Wildlife Fund.